Hello beautiful ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're a high quality woman looking for a high quality man, then you've come to the right place. I absolutely love helping women tap into their highest power. How to be the best version of yourself so you are strong on the inside, soft and feminine on the outside. This is the most attractive quality you can have with a man. And when you are strong, you're like the trunk of a tree. And everything else branches off of you. So one branch would be your romantic relationship, another branch could be your kids, another branch is your career, your professional relationships. So everything comes from your strong branch, and the more you nourish that, the more you feed your soul and really cultivate and take care of your soul, the better, more nourished, more successful, more joyful, more amazing all your other relationships are going to be. A lot of women mistakenly think to be a good woman, they should just, not worry about themselves. Just take care of everybody else. Just run around busy, trying to please this person, please that person, do this for that. We put everybody else first. And then we neglect ourselves, and then we don't take care of ourselves. We become run down. We put up with crappy behavior. And you know what? When you treat yourself that way, when you put someone else ahead of you, what you are teaching your kids is exactly that. You're teaching your kids not to have boundaries. You're teaching your kids how to allow men to mistreat them, other people to, take advantage of them. So I really believe everything starts with you. Take care of yourself first, love yourself first, and then everything else will fall into place. Loving yourself isn't being, just thinking about yourself 24/7, all right? When you fill yourself up, you naturally want to take care of other people, unless you're a psychopath or a narcissist, which I don't think you are, okay? So in this video, I'm going to give you some knowledge, because I'm a strong believer of knowledge, and I think the more we know, the better informed we are, the more better choices we can make. So in this video, I'm going to share 5 signs a man is emotionally insecure and low value. And why do you want to know this? Because you want to know if this guy is going to potentially be a big waste of time, or someone that you should really invest more time into, because the more you invest in a good guy and a decent guy, the more you're going to get out of it at the end of the day. And you want that love to always be flowing, okay? Flowing freely between you, back and forth, not withholding love, right? Not using control tactics. And by the way, when your insides, your internal world is really strong, like the trunk of a tree, you can't be played by men, you can't be controlled either. So you are very powerful, okay? You're very powerful and very desirable to a high quality man who also has a very strong internal, world. So, sign number 1, he drops the L word way too soon, okay? If a man tells you he loves you within the first month of dating, this falls under the category of love bombing, okay? Love bombing is when a man just pours on the love and the attention and the affection. He's sending flowers to your door. He's telling you how amazing you are. He's never met a woman so amazing. He's pouring on the compliments, just lavishing you with all this attention. And you know what? It feels good, because the dating market is pretty empty out there, right? Empty in terms of affection and love and attention. So when you do find a man who is giving you all that, you're like, phew, thank God there's a decent man out there who loves me and, you know, sees my worth, right? We tend to think that way. But I always say, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Sorry to rain on your parade a little bit, but in this case, you have to really be wondering what's behind all this attention. What does he want? Because everybody wants something. So if you're not really giving him a lot, if you're not investing that much in him, but he's just pouring all this effort in, all this energy in, you have to ask yourself, what does he want in return? Okay. And I'm gonna bet what he wants in return is your loyalty, is your emotions. He wants to snatch you up, snatch your emotions up. So that's when some controlling behavior comes out, where he's like, okay, I don't want you to do this, I disapprove of you doing that, and making you feel bad, slightly bad, a bit guilty for doing certain things, and that's where the controllingness starts to come in. Sign number 2, he is overly jealous. So if he's jealous of how much time you spend with your friends, especially male friends, if he's always worried about you, the possibility of you cheating on him, you leaving him with someone else, you thinking someone else is better than him, and he is constantly, you know, insecure about that, that's a sign of insecurity and low value behavior. Sign number 3, he is very much bothered by your romantic history. So if he can't seem to drop talking about your ex, or you're comparing himself with other men you've been with, and in particular maybe your sexual past, but it may not just be that, it could be all kinds of things. He just can't seem to drop bringing up your past with other men, and in a very negative way, and blaming you, making you feel bad for things that happened in your past which you can't change. That is a big sign of deep-seated insecurity and low value behavior. Sign number 4, he regularly uses the silent treatment on you, and, you know, maybe even some stonewalling. So what that means is when you try to talk to him, he basically shuts off completely. So emotionless expression, body language completely turned off. He may not even answer you at all when you try to talk to him or ask him questions. He's just silent. He just totally shuts you off. No reaction whatsoever. And if he's not around you, he may go MIA for a while. So he may just disappear. Okay, disappear for a while and then suddenly come back later. And this is a sign of some controllingness there, because he's trying to control you know, what you do, what you don't do. He's saying, I want you to, you know, if you don't do what he wants you to do, then he's going to disappear as a form of punishment. So another way he's trying to control you. And by the way, if you haven't figured out, controlling behavior always stems from insecurity. Okay, when you're insecure, you tend to want to control, because you don't feel secure on the inside, you don't feel you have control on the inside, then you try to control on the outside, okay? That's why the word controlling is coming up a lot. And sign number 5, he is overly critical, okay? It doesn't matter if it's something you're wearing, maybe your dress is too short, you're looking too slutty, maybe you can change what you're wearing, or you cook him a nice meal and he says it's too salty, or it's too hot, or it's too sweet. You know, he's always error finding, fault finding with you, and you feel like you can never do anything right. And after a while of this, you may start to feel like you need to really tiptoe around him. It's like walking on eggshells. Okay, there's certain things you can't do, you know, certain foods you can't cook, people you can't talk to, and then he starts to isolate you from your friends and family, and you stop being yourself. You lose yourself, because it becomes about, okay, I gotta do the right thing. Here's the right list of the right things you can do, and here's a list of the wrong things, or things you should avoid doing. And that is a very stressful situation to be in, where you're constantly like watching yourself, okay, watching your behaviors and not wanting to upset him. You know, crucially important. That's a sign you're being controlled, right? When you don't have freedom to like, expand and move around and, to really like grow, okay? So this is about feeling the energy, like you can grow. If you're in a relationship where you start to feel like your energy is shrinking, okay? And you're shrinking and you can't be you anymore, that's a bad sign, right? So, which leads me to the point of this video is that when you see signs like this, you have to think, do you want to stay in this situation? Is it really benefiting you to stay with a man like this? Some women will be watching this video and be wondering to themselves, well, can I change a man? Can I somehow elevate him up, to be an emotionally secure man or a high value man? Because I see so much potential in him, okay? Ladies, I absolutely get it. I was there once too. I was with a man. I saw so much potential in him. He had so many good qualities, but I also felt like there was a lot of growing that he had to do too. And I would just take him on like a project, a long-term project. And I said, okay, I love this guy. I care about him. I'm gonna help him. Okay, help him become a better person. I'm gonna elevate him up. Okay, so he's secure, so he's high value, so he's a better man. That was, I took that on myself because I was like, yeah, I can do this. I can inspire him, I can motivate him. I was wrong, dead wrong. And if I save another woman's time and effort and pain, I will try very hard to do that, because honestly, at the end of the day, what you're trying to get him to do is not like getting him to, take the dishes to the sink, okay? And I think that's where women get trapped, because they think because they have control on some levels, you can train a man to take the garbage out. You can train a man to mow the lawn or to vacuum the floor, right? Simple little tasks around the house, you can really train a man to do those things. But when we're talking about higher level stuff like this, when we're talking about healing ourselves and feeling more secure within ourselves and feeling more confident and more love, that's only a job for him to do. You cannot step in there to do it for him. Okay, it's not like, it's not like in high school where, someone gives you their papers to do, you're doing their homework for them, you give it back to them, and then suddenly they get A's. But it doesn't work like that when in this context, okay? You cannot do the work for them, right? The only person that can do it is them. And sadly, a lot of men don't even want to do the work. They don't even want to improve or to become more secure, right? So a lot of women think that, because they know what the right thing to do is, and the man tells them, oh, if only they can be better and all this. But you don't really know if he truly is motivated to change. A lot of people are not motivated to change. They're happy the way they are. They're happy, being jealous and controlling and using their tactics, and that's how they're getting by. So that works for them. So you can't go in there thinking this is what he wants. That's what you want. That's why the only person you can change is yourself. That's why make you strong, okay? Probably the second best thing you can do is to inspire him by being a leader, by being someone who is high value, who is emotionally secure, who is confident in themselves. Okay, but that's still no guarantees you are going to inspire him, because that's his decision to make. It's his choice whether to be inspired, whether he wants to change. And that's nothing you have any control over at all. So if I can help save you some time here by not sticking around hoping this man will change, maybe you can walk away, or at least you know, open up your options a little bit so you are able to be pursued by other men. So other men can come in instead of trying to elevate this one up that just, you know, it's not up to you at the end of the day. So I hope that's been somewhat insightful. I know it's not what every woman wants to hear, but sometimes you need to hear it. You know, the truth can set you free. You just have to be open to that possibility. So if you like this video, please like me, leave me some comments. I love hearing from you girls, and I'll be back with a video real soon. Bye.